We're looking forward to this weekend, guys. It is a hell of a UFC coming up at UFC 259. Triple title fight. You got the light heavyweight title belt on the line. You have the women's featherweight championship on the line. But the one I'm looking forward to the most is the bantamweight championship. Piotr is taking on Aljamain Sterling. Long title fight coming for Aljamain Sterling. And the Funk Master is kind enough to join us here. Aljamain, thanks for the time, man. We really, really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, off the bat. Worried at all? Russia, Putin, interference with judges? Any worry of that?
No, I don't think so. I like Russia, man. Some of the fans have been good to me, and some of them have been a little crazy. But I understand is when you support somebody as much as you do, you're gonna have a little bit of both, more so on the negative side. So it's cool to see that Jan has such great support from his home country. So that's awesome to see.
Well, you're awesome on social media. Like, do you shut that off at all? Like, is there a different means when it's fight week? And do you feel like you need to block out the noise? Because I don't know if there's a fighter who's more interactive with fans than you on Twitter and other platforms.
No, I'm still engaging a little bit, probably more than I should, but it's just what I do. There's just so much downtime. I'm actually gonna use some of this downtime to study some chess a little bit, some of my openings, some different things I want to work on, things like that. And any other things that I see for the fight that I want to study or tighten up. I'm always learning, so working with this with the social media stuff, I handle my own social media. So it's fun to engage with the fans, whether it's negative or positive. I enjoy it. I know some people don't really like it. The only time is daunting is when I'm cutting weight. So right now it's not the most pleasurable thing to do, but I jump on there from time to time because at the end of the day, what else am I going to do? I'm stuck in a hotel all day long doing nothing but pretty much starving and using the bathroom nonstop because I'm cutting weight. I'm water loading. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a lot of water.
You looked on your vlog very miserable drinking all this water. You looked.
It's a lot.
What is? Can you tell our audience, like, what's the thought process behind that? Like the water loading, like how much water do you have to consume to get right to because you're fighting for 135. So what's that process like in a day?
For me today, it's a little more than a gallon. So I've already crushed a gallon, and I got some more that I need to take in, and it's just kind of just tricking the body so that it doesn't hold on to anything in terms of that starvation mode where it just thinks it's in survival mode. This way it flushes everything out and it'll make the sweating a lot easier so that when we start the final process of the weight cut, I'm probably going to hopefully have just 3 to 4 pounds in the sauna, and that in the sauna or the hot tub, that would be really, really nice. Last fight I did 6 pounds and that was brutal, so yeah.
You said chess. Is that an analogy for fighting? Like you're opening chess move for the fight, or are you actually studying chess? Like that's a thing you've gotten into or you've been into?
Yeah, it's actually a thing. I just started playing chess after that TV show came out.
Queen's Gambit.
Yeah. I'm like, this is what I've been missing this whole time. This game is actually amazing. I don't know why I didn't like it because I just felt like it was like this is my thought process back then. I thought it was like a nerdy thing to do, and didn't realize how intellectual you have to be to actually play the game properly at a high level.
You've had to have thought, man, because this has been a crazy journey for you to get to this point. Finally, your opportunity to win the championship. Visualizing that you winning that championship, like what do you think that's going to mean to you, and what's the first thing you want to do when you get that belt?
Man, the first thing I want to do when I get the belt is obviously I want to thank my team, but I want to make sure I thank my fiance for being with me for all these years to get to this point. I put her through a lot, and that will be very rewarding. And I think for her as well, believing in my dream and everything that I've done to get to this point in my life. And obviously I'm going to have some good food, going to celebrate, going to drink a little bit, and have some ice cream, so I'm looking forward. I'm a simple man. There's not anything special that I'm looking to do. It's just enjoy the fruits of my labor with the people I love and the people that are around that I care about. And I'm a simple man. I don't ask for much. I don't need much. And this is just going to be the icing on the cake of a whole culmination of 10 years.
Have you asked about any championship fight advice from either your guy Matt Serra, Chris Wyman, Ally Quinta, guys who have been in the big stakes, or are you doing this process kind of on your own? You just kind of want to see it with open eyes and see what's what when it comes to Saturday.
Uh, well, ours is a little unfair because his was on such short notice. It was kind of like almost a blink of the eye because it happened so quickly for him, and obviously for me because I was there cornering him, and for Matt and Ray, I mean Matt and Weidman, they had their own unique experience. I haven't really asked them like what it's going to be like. I think it's just kind of just taking it in from my own perspective and just enjoying the whole process. And I think one of the things I have to learn just with myself is sometimes you got to say no. I think I'm so nice sometimes. My fiance tells me all the time. She's like, why can't you ever just tell people no? I'm like, because I feel bad or I don't want them to be upset with me, So I'm working on those traits and characteristics and enjoying this process as it comes.
And before we get you out of here, Paulo Costa made a lot of headlines this week saying that he was hungover or drunk for his fight with Stylebender. This seems crazy to me. First, your reaction, I guess, to that story. And second of all, craziest excuse you've heard from an opponent after fighting you at any level because it didn't go well for them or something like that. Because drunk the night before a championship fight, that's up there for me. And all the stuff I've read for the sport.
Excuses. I mean, everyone always says when they fight me they felt off or they felt like they weren't there. I mean, those aren't even crazy. I mean, I can understand those reasonings, and sometimes that's really how it goes. And sometimes I feel like it's also the opponent that you're in there with that makes you feel that way. So it's hard to say whether some of those excuses have validity. Paulo Costa has some validity, but for him, if I were him, I would just stop talking. It's just like, dude, you're just making yourself seem more and more like an ass. And he's a talented guy, but like, dude, I'm not going to go out and say in public, I was drinking before our title fight and that's why I lost. That's just kind of, it's not cool. And it's belittling of the masterful performance that Izzy put on. And I get being drunk definitely plays a part in that, hungover, I should say. But dude, you made that choice.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Any place, anywhere, anytime means you showed up, you decided that was this time, this place, and you made that decision. So that's on you. So you got to eat that one. If I were him, I would just stop talking. It's just like, you're not gaining anything out of this. And I think it's just making people look at him completely different. He might not care, but that's just if I were him, I would just stop talking because it's like, what are you doing? You're making yourself look a little silly now.
Well, we can't wait for this one, man. UFC 259 coming up, triple title fight. You got Izzy. He's going for the 205 belt against Jan Blachowicz. You have the GOAT, Amanda Nunes taking on Megan Anderson, and then Aljamain Sterling. He's getting his crack at the belt against Peter Yan. This is going to be a hell of a card, and I'm looking forward to yours the most, man. I can't wait. Go buy this pay-per-view coming up on Saturday, and good luck, man. Best of luck. You know, you've taken the long road to get here.
Dang it. It's been a long time.
Well, you deserve it, man. We're looking forward to the show.
Thank you, guys.